Hi everyone, welcome back to Expert Medical Coding. In today's video, we'll continue with part 5 of Neoplasm Guidelines. I'll first walk you through the guideline as written, and then I'll explain it in more detail with examples to help you understand how to apply it correctly in coding scenarios. So let's get started with the guideline. Admission or encounter to determine the extent of malignancy. So when the reason for admission or encounter is to determine the extent of malignancy or for a procedure such as paracentesis or thoracentesis, the primary malignancy or appropriate metastatic site is designated as the principal or first step diagnosis even though chemotherapy or radiotherapy is administered. Now that we have read the guideline, let's understand it in more detail. Sometimes a patient is admitted not to receive cancer treatment but to check how much the cancer has spread. This may be done through diagnostic tests, staging studies, or procedures like paracentesis or thoracentesis. In these situations, the main cancer diagnosis or the site where the cancer has spread is coded as a principal or first step diagnosis based on focus of care. Even if chemotherapy or radiotherapy is given during the hospital stay, the cancer diagnosis comes first, not the Z51 category code, because the primary reason for the admission is to evaluate the extent of the malignancy, not to administer cancer therapy. Let us see an example here. A patient with a known diagnosis of colon cancer is admitted to the hospital for staging studies to determine the extent and spread of the disease. So during this admission, the patient also receives chemotherapy. So here we need to assign the principal diagnosis as C18.9, that is malignant neoplasm of colon unspecified. Why? Because in this case, the primary reason for admission is the evaluation and staging of the malignancy. So even though the chemotherapy is administered during the stay, it is not the sole reason for the admission or encounter. Therefore, the colon cancer code is sequenced as principal diagnosis. Let us see another example. A patient with active breast cancer admitted for thoracentesis due to pleural metastasis. So here we'll give the principal diagnosis as secondary malignant neoplasm of pleura and the additional diagnosis as primary breast cancer. Here the patient was admitted specifically for thoracentesis, and the thoracentesis was needed because the cancer had spread to the pleura. So in this case, the focus of the hospital stay is the metastatic site, that is pleura. So that's why we have to give the secondary malignant neoplasm of pleura as principal diagnosis, and additionally we can assign primary breast cancer code. Now let's move towards the next coding guideline, and that is symptoms, signs and abnormal findings listed in chapter 18 associated with neoplasm. So symptoms, signs and ill-defined conditions listed in chapter 18, characteristics of or associated with an existing primary or secondary site malignancy cannot be used to replace the malignancy as principal or first step diagnosis, regardless of the number of admissions or encounters for treatment and care of the neoplasm. So let's understand this guideline in more detail. If a patient has a primary or secondary malignancy, any symptoms, signs or abnormal findings from chapter 18 that are related to that malignancy should not be reported as the principal diagnosis. This is because once cancer is diagnosed, the malignancy itself is considered the underlying cause of those symptoms. Therefore, even if the patient is admitted multiple times for the management of cancer-related symptoms, the malignancy must be sequenced as the principal diagnosis, not the symptoms. Let us see an example here. A patient is diagnosed with lung cancer and presented with persistent cough due to the lung cancer. So during this same admission, the patient also receives chemotherapy. So here the correct coding will be, we have to assign principal diagnosis as malignant neoplasm of lung. Do not assign cough as the principal diagnosis. Do not code cough separately since it is integral to the lung cancer. So the cough is integral to and caused by the lung cancer. So it is considered a typical symptom of the malignancy. According to the coding guidelines, integral symptoms should not be coded separately when the underlying condition is known. Next guideline is admission or encounter for pain control or management. So this guideline will be covered under section 1C6 for information on coding admission, encounter for pain control or management.
Please like, share and subscribe to Expert Medical Coding. Thanks for watching.